Hi Taurus, and welcome to your Love Heart Healing reading for the months of September through December 2017. So I'm doing this reading with a focus on healing the heart. Any of you who have experienced pain, betrayal, difficulty, or just holding on to some negative energy from the past, or maybe decisions that you've made, or experiences that you've had. It could be also for some of you, may even be, if it comes through, a loss of a loved one, something that you can't seem to get through, is going to be my focus. I'm going to talk about Taurus energy in general, and then I'm going to pull 3 cards. And I'm also going to do some crystal gazing for you, Taurus, and then end up with a 1-card pull from the Archangel Oracle card deck if I'm so inclined to do so. First thing I want to tell you guys about Taurus is Taurus's energy resonates with stability and things that are steadfast. So when a Taurus comes into incarnation in the earth, this is the energy that resonates with them. It's their state, their natural state. Their energy is, or your energy, Taurus, is, you think of the animal, the bull, and that's one of the signs, astrological examples that they give for a Taurus to explain a Taurus energy. And there is strength and stability when it comes to Taurus, but sometimes that could also be their downfall. So when a Taurus is out of balance, it's difficult for a Taurus to move forward. So they can stay and hang on to things for a long time, or they can not really want to delve too deep. They like the physical realm. They like things that they can touch. Taurus like things that are tangible, like I said, things that they can touch, things that they can see, things that they recognize and understand, and without going too deep and internal. And this is, of course, this is a general aspect of Taurus. There's different, it's a lot more complicated for me to cover in just a video. You know, you have each and every one of you, each and every individual has different aspects to their birth charts, and you have different influences as well. So this may not be 100% for everybody, but this is a general focus on Taurus energy. And this also reigns true for Taurus sun, moon, and rising sign, but it would reign true for certain aspects of their life, depending again where Taurus falls in their birth chart. So generally speaking, Taurus, your life purpose and life lesson is to embrace aspects of your polar astrological sign, which is Scorpio. So you would need to kind of understand what is a Scorpion energy, and you want to pull some of that towards you to balance out your Taurian aspects. And the vice versa would work as well, but this is not a Scorpio video, this is a Taurus video, but you get what I'm saying. So when we look at Scorpio, Scorpio loves to surgically open and look into things deeply. Scorpions love to look into what's the undercurrent. They want to delve deeper, and they're not afraid of truths. Taurus, on the other hand, likes things on the surface and steadfast and calm waters, whereas a Scorpio would be able to go through and again dig deeper and not afraid of a darker side of life, so to speak. So if you put that into perspective with a Taurus, it is okay to recognize that things are not always going to be steadfast, Taurus, and you have to feel comfortable with that. So bringing that, allowing that in your life. Not that you're looking for chaos, but recognize that this life purpose is not to always be 110% perfect, aesthetically, physically, tangibly, within financial abundance or whatever. Taurus is also liking the tangible things that they can plan for. So when things don't go as planned, you need to really kind of delve into a Scorpion energy and use it as a transformation to go higher into the next level. So I hope that that brings some explanation for you. And again, it's a really huge topic for me to cover in such a short video, but I do hope that I'm explaining it clearly enough that you can get the gist of it. So now I'm going to go ahead to the cards and ask the guides and angels to please bring forth messages for healing for the sign of Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising signs for the remainder of the year, so that the energy is cleared for the new year 2018. Okay, Taurus. So the first thing I get for you, Taurus, is Queen of Water or Queen of Cups. And I feel that Taurus, you have in the past year and a half to 2 years have been involved in developing new relationships, whether it was a new love relationship or whether it was a relationship with a friend or somebody at work. So whatever it is, I feel that something new had come in, and this Queen of Water around you, it can also be a King of Water, has brought loving thoughts to you. I also feel that another aspect that's coming through this card to me is that some of you Taurians are thinking about this person who is from the past, and there is some sort of a loss, whether you lost them due to a death or just lost them because you moved on. And I feel that that loss had created lots of emotional turmoil for you. Again, this can be a male or a female, but I do feel that this person is an aspect of the water sign. I feel that you have held lots of tumultuous emotion under the surface, Taurus. When I look at this card, I see calm above the water, but when I look, I see lots of tumultuous waves underneath. And this is an aspect of what I feel you have to bring about in order for you to heal. I do feel that there are some emotional baggages or some emotional heartache that you need to bring forth for healing and recognize it. If you have done this already, then you've done the work and you recognize that you needed to do it. If you're not there yet, I do feel some of you Taurus have done it. I do feel some of you Taurus at least have started to do it and recognize that in yourself. Again, pulling in from that Scorpion energy, your opposite in your birth chart, the opposite sign or energy in your birth chart, kind of digging through. But as soon as some of you Taurians, as soon as things started to get a little too rocky and uncomfortable, you kind of stopped. But I feel still more needs to be dissected out and cleansed out for you, Taurus. The next card I get is the Four of Air. So this card is telling me that, especially those who have worked towards it, you may need some rest. But especially for those who have not worked yet enough, and there's still things that need to be brought out, it's exhausting you. It's zapping your energy. You're feeling really tired. You're feeling kind of, blah, and you're not really sure because things are okay around you, is what I'm hearing. But it's because you have some of these things that you need to address that are under the surface. I do feel that some of you may have dealt with a loss, whether it was a physical loss and it was an emotional loss or a disappointment, clearly based on this. But again, I'm getting the message that it has not really been faced and really kind of dissected and cleansed. The next card I get for you is the Seven of Air. So what I'm feeling is a lot of you Taurians have whatever it was that you were dealing with in the past 2 years, a year and a half, or even more recent. You've tried to move forward. I feel some of you, touched just beneath the surface, just a little bit, to cause a little discomfort, but not enough that you need. But those that did, I feel like you've moved forward with some plans. But because those of you who still are requiring some internal recognition about hurts or pains or difficulties or lessons that need to be learned, I feel some of you made plans, but those plans are not going according to what you're thinking because they need a revision. You still have to learn a lesson from this Queen of Water energy that I'm getting from that card. I think what you're being asked to do is really, again, the word dissect. And I know it takes a lot of effort, but I feel if you're dissecting your plans and looking at all of the aspects and recognizing those that are not as pleasurable and finding comfort in them, I think you're able to get through. Things are not going to be perfect all the time. I also feel if you're too slow in movement, you're going to miss your window of opportunity, Taurus. So you want to move in a steady, but maybe a faster aspect. And when I look at this Seven of Air, I see there's like unicorns and they're going around in a circle. So what I feel is you need to jump off that merry-go-round is what I'm hearing and change it up a little bit there for you, Taurus. You have to revise something that you've set into place. I'm going to go ahead and pull some clarification cards for you, Taurus, before I do the crystal gazing. So I pulled 3 additional cards and I get the Wheel of Fortune, I get the Fool, the Hangman, not the Fool, and I get the Magician. So first and foremost, things are moving in your favor. Opportunities are being presented to you for healing, for movement, for development. I feel that if you stay within this Hangman realm because you're fearful of what you're going to find, you are going to self-defeat. So I do urge you, Taurians, not to stay in this energy. You want to adopt movement. You want to go forth. Use the Martian energy from your opposite realm, which is Scorpio, and use some of that to move forward. You have that in your chart, so there is some of that aspect in you, so you can bring forth and emulate some of those. What I get finally is the Magician, because you are given every single tool here. So do not stay in the fear, because it will work out, because you have the control. You really do know what to do. Just don't revel in the fear. Break out of your comfort zone, Taurus, and be comfortable with being uncomfortable is what I'm hearing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and look into the crystal ball for you. I'm getting the animal totem of a snake. And shark. So those are the two animal totems that come through the crystal for you. The snake, right, first thing that comes to mind with the snake is rejuvenation and how the snake sheds its skin. And I think, Taurus, that's what you're being asked. Shark animal totem, I apologize, I do not know what that means, but clearly a shark was appearing in there, so I would urge you to go ahead and look up those animal totems and see if it resonates well with you for your heart's healing. I do hope that you enjoyed this reading, Taurus. It is a big topic to tackle in such a short time, but I do hope that these messages that come through are healing and helpful in some aspect and kind of set off the ball rolling, so to speak, into your self-healing and self-development. That is my intention. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing, those who have. And please like and subscribe this video if you do like and subscribe and resonate with my energy. I am available via email for personal readings, or if you wanted to ask specific questions, I can do that as well. Thank you so much again, and I wish you much healing and peace for the months of September through December 2017. Bye-bye.